Number 20 Bond Street. I wonder what that building used to do. So I'm just on my way home from dentist now. Just been for a quick check-up and that. And so as I'm walking home, just wanted to show you some more parts of Wakefield, what still exists. And if you look close enough, you find all sorts. Look up, guys, that's what I always say. Never mind at bottom, it's all modern at bottom, isn't it? It's horrible. Look at that horrible building there. Horrible. Look at that beautiful one there. Down there you've got... so much has changed, you know. I can't even remember what were here before. You know. Born and bred in Wakefield, I can't even remember what were on this site before it all changed. I mean, just down there you've got museum, you know, new one, just beyond that glass thing. I don't like that. It looks awful. Stuck on the end of that building. It's just, some people like it and some don't. I don't like it, me. Then there's that chimney. If anyone can tell me what that was, I'd like to know. I've just posted a photo of the opening ceremony of this in I think it was 1869, something like that. There's memorial to our dead. A tall girl on top of a perch. She's been all over that lass, hasn't she? And that house on end there, that were famous on Frost. If you ever watched Frost, they did a episode. I think his office were in there, like that end over there. And that's the entrance to County Hall, where that photograph I just posted, the opening ceremony. There was a big crowd here, stood here, all gentry and that. Come out in the top hat and tails for occasion. Tall Wood Street, eh? In the year 2019, how much has changed? And our famous old clock tower. These buildings are absolutely beautiful, you know. Not changed in hundreds of years. Ah, sod it while I'm out. Let's have a walk down Gill Street, shall we? Show you how much it's changed. But that up there, I've never noticed that before. I've never bloody noticed that. It's beautiful, isn't it? The hell? Just to be stuck on end like that. Wow, look at that. A Wakefield took pride in itself. Wow. Something, eh? That's looking up King Street now. King Street. So much to see in Wakey when you look round. I know we all complain about it, but it's still there when we look. Look at that. It's still all there when when we look closely enough. Especially when you look up. Look up, guys, look up. Look at that. Magnificent architecture, that. All that detail right at the top of there. Who'd have bothered, you know? Imagine Whitman doing that today, putting all that detail in such, you know, in something what's never actually going to be seen. The pride of it all. It's the pride. pride. It's just a pride thing, isn't it, guys? Like Wakefield of old, we were the king, we were the daddy. We were the daddy of West Riding. We were the daddies. That's why we've got so many beautiful buildings. Because blokes who flogged it all built them. Built some lovely buildings. Tall Inns Court. Don't know if it's always been called this, like, but no idea. But yeah, I suggest anybody coming to Wakefield who hasn't been for a while, come down this end of Wakey, you'll find all sorts. If you look, you find. I'm going to take you down to the regional town hall now. Tall building here, don't know what that is. So much to learn. I'll show you Old Town Hall now. Don't know if a lot of you know this, right, but before Town Hall on Wood Street, we had this one. Now what I'm walking on here used to be an old quarry. All this were a quarry, long many moons ago, before Mr. Wood built the street. He was another man of prominence for Mr. Wood. I think he was to do with cotton industry. So there you go, guys, Town Hall. There we go. The original. Then you got down there. None of that's changed in hundreds of years. Got an old door down here, like. The famous George Gissin. Fantastic saying that. I've got Mandela. Yeah. It's an old museum. Or the music hall, whatever you call it. I'm going to post here a picture later, guys. This building before it was even built. There was something here before it. I've got it in my archives and I'm going to post it for you later. It shows a shot of this where I'm pointing camera now. But before this was built, Mechanics Institute, before they built it, there was something here before it. And I've got a picture of it and I'm going to show you all it later. A definite answer, what it actually was. Bloody reservoir in middle of Northgate. I don't know what that was. I need to know. Now let's go down here now. Told Eppes. Barban Street, as some of us remember. Eppes, well, I remember it as Eppes and Barban. Don't know how much battery power I've got left on this thing, like, but I'll keep it running until we run out of light. But still old street here, look. Look and you will find. Hey, I wonder what that was. I wonder what this used to be. This piece here what's been bricked off, look. Bricks all the way around it. I wonder what that's for. They're protecting it for something. Don't know what, like. Told Eppes. Barban Street. Saw a few fights out here in my time. I know I wasn't involved. Told Eppes. Hey, God. Don't have some memories walking up and down here pissed out of my head. on a Saturday night, debating whether to buy a kebab or a pizza. Happy days. Barban. Where are we off? Barban Street. Let's go on. £3.50 you get an hamburger and onions and a raffle ticket. And then further down there were Pips, weren't there? Well, that a nightclub at one time. Look at that building there. Look at it. It's all cloth all from I think 1780. Beautiful. Loads to see. We know better. We know what were here before it. It had something like that, didn't it, over the top of it. Bit ironic. Like a canopy over the top like that. But it used to be there at the Stratford. It's ironic, is that, isn't it? And then down here I'm going to show you Pips now. Pips nightclub. Who remembers Pips? Used to go in here with Bouncer. Bouncer used to Bouncer was stood here, wasn't he? Yeah, I'll try and get inside for you. Oh, I can't. I'll show you the famous stairs. The famous stairs. There you go. Who remembers falling down them? The famous Pip stairs. Now, for you all a bit older than me, because I'm 50, it was called something else before Pips, wasn't it? And I don't know what it was. Somebody leave it in comments. So there we are, Talbot and Falcon. Very old. I'd like to do a ghost investigation in there sometime. Because I can remember as a kid, you know, well, I was 16 and we used to meet in here. What works do at Rawson's on Portobello. We used to all meet in here. Well, we meet even, well, Stratford, and then we used to come into Talbot. 16-year-old lad trying to keep up with men. I was green bit time I got here. I was coloured. They're all taking piss out of me like, we're only a lad. That was 1980. So if you remember, you'd walk to the end of here and there used to be a ginnel going all the way through to the bus station, and there were ladies' toilets there, men's toilets on the other side. Ah, the days. Sadly gone, guys, but we keep it alive on the historical group, you know. Well, I do my best, and so do my team, and you as members post all your memories. Aye, but this what old bus station. This what wall for old bus station, right? Still there. I believe these were toilets or part of toilets. I think they were. But this used to be. Just get your bearings, guys. Look, used to walk along here. They were like, this was entrance to the bus station, wasn't there? Little gill going through, wasn't there? Then there was a cafe on the end. It's changed a hell of a lot. Tall Griffin there, my mate Rory runs that. Very old pub that, very haunted as well. We did an investigation in there. I need to go see Rory sometime. Rory, if you watch. Northgate Cafe. Remember? Bus station clock. Right there it was. Who can forget that? Got stood up there a few times. All in my book. It's all Griffin, eh? That moved from, that was something been there since 1920. We investigated it in November last year. Did an investigation in there for ghosts, like cracking. Got some right activity, guys. If you want a ghost investigation, come along with me, because I can get in here like Rory will let us come in here, do a ghost hunt and that. I love it. Hey up, Brendan. Hey, alright, mate. Supping early. I've known him since 10p a pint night back in 80s, Rooftop Gardens. We used to get pissed on. Well, we used to get a tray of 8 pints because you could buy it all in one go. We'd sup them off in about an hour, getting rat-arsed. Right back at Griffin, and that's been here for years, hasn't it? It's all taxi rank. Probably one of the originals, you know, behind fleet taxis. It's all back streets are waking, guys. Not a lot's changed, but look at that monstrosity. It's horrible, isn't it? They're knocking it down, thank God. You have to put our bus station clock back. I think we should all make a petition. Put our bus station clock back. Oh yeah. Told Queen Elizabeth Grammar School there, look. Ancient. This used to be, this were dodgy back in the day. This hasn't changed a lot. Now, I don't know if a lot of you remember that. Poppin. Who remembers Poppin? Just here. It stood just here. I used to go here on the 1980s, not 70s, 78, 79. Then there were Fat Pete on Market, used to flog all badges. But Poppin used to be here, and Sweet Shop were here, wasn't it? And entrance to Market Hall were about here where it says goods in. That were where entrance to Market Hall were. Look at this monstrosity, it's horrible. I used to go to the gym there. But Poppin were here. I think Sweet Shop were about here where Winder is. That famous old Sweet Shop as well, until that bloke at Market started flogging them. I'll give you 10 Kit Kats, not for a fiver, not even for a quid. I can get 10 Kit Kats today for 50 pence. Jesus Christ, I never got rid of my pocket money so quick. Where Chinese buffet is that what told meat market, fish market? So changed, man. All this area were market. So sad. It's horrible now. Then we'll go up to show you, told one of the oldest buildings in Wakey. Not the oldest, but George Savile. Thomas Savile Esquire and his sons. Right, this were built. They built this right on Westgate. You know where entrance to railway station is, just at corner there on Junction, over the road from Elephant and Castle. There used to be a school there called Greencoats. The Greencoats School. I've got pictures of it, illustrations of it, should I say. And they're actually on the historical group. But if you can't find them, I'll post them for you later. Now the Greencoat School, what first school in Wakey, 20 students, you only had about. And they were all working class lads, you know, and lasses. And the gentry at the time wanted to educate, it was like an experiment to educate the working class. And they built Greencoat School for them, like. And it lasted a long time. But then obviously they upgraded it and built this one. This is a horrible bit of Wakey. You know, you're looking at like, oh God, I hate this place. No one's happy, no one smiles. This isn't like Wakey Market when I were a kid. Nobody smiles. Yeah. Nobody's happy. I once read something right on architecture, said that architecture can actually affect people's moods. So if you live in like a place like here, It's depressing, you know. I used to live on this street, me, on Teal Street, when I was young. I lived on Zetland Street as well. There's a lot to see in Wakey. You just got to look. So all you have to do is look. Look up, look up, look up. It's old Borough Market Hotel. There, look, front corner. Grand, beautiful, prestigious building. Just left it. Look up, guys. You see it all. Still there. All of it. It's not changed at all. You can't change a building top of it unless you knock it down. I'm going to take you to Black Plague burial now. They buried lots of Black Plague victims were buried at back of the Raven pub. They dug them up and took them to Vickers Croft burial ground, which used to stand at bottom of here on left, on springs like churchyard at bottom. It were built. A guy from Alberthorpe swapped a bit of land to build it, you know, because he knew there was a lot of 40,000 bodies died in Wakefield back in day at Black Plague. They had nowhere to bury them. Bloody Alt Precinct, what we know as Precinct now, and Upper Kirgate, all that were a burial ground. There's probably bodies still under there now as we walk down Precinct. But yeah, they overflowed. There was nowhere to put them. There was nowhere to put them. So they dug them up. I'll show you where they dug them up from. Right here. All this, guys, were a burial ground. All this were extended to churchyard, to Cathedral Churchyard, and they dug them all up in 1700s and took them, wheeled them down springs to Vickers Croft. So all this were built. What you see here is what they built after they dug them up. They built a perimeter wall and made a ginnel. That's where ginnel comes from. Didn't used to be here. Didn't used to be. All that, imagine that, all that were just graves. An extension at Cathedral, which is there like. There she stands. Tracey Hall there. I've got a picture before that was built actually. I'll post that for you later. Right, I'm going to take you to Boy and Barrel now, which is stand on Bullering. If you've seen that photograph, Tony Banks, our good member, he posted it a while ago. I posted it as well, but he's reposted it for us all to look at. Paddy Power. That's where Boy and Barrel used to stand. So I'm walking on grass now, what used to be beautiful grass of our Bullring. Rank coming on. Nope. Hold it back, John. Hold it back. Right, Boy and Barrel. That's where it stood here. That was told Boy and Barrel. If you search Boy and Barrel. This walk today, guys, were a bit random, you know. I wasn't actually going to do this. I'll just come home from the dentist. I thought, sod it, I'll put my camera on and have a walk around and show you. And then Cliff Jones ran about that well. The well of Betty Tyndall, what she fell down in where she was breaking up a fight outside her pub, Ring of Bells, which I'll show you in a minute. This is Toll Well. If you didn't know, that were a well. Or this area, somewhere, was a well. And a woman called Betty Tyndall, she was landlady at Ring of Bells, which stood there where Opticians is, and or Thomas Cook at End of Bread Street. There was a pub there called Ring of Bells. As she ran over the road, she came running over the road to well to break up a fracas with some drunken people outside, like, and she fell down well. But we don't know if she fell down or she was pushed down. But either way, they filled it back. They filled it in anyway. They filled it in, and it's never been a well ever since. Take you up there now. Oh, my knees are starting to creak a bit now. Ugh, shit. God, things I do for you lot. Alright, Bread Street here, look. Obviously new paving. I doubt if I'll find any old cobble like. But aye, this is what you call Wakey. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. This side, left side, seems to be a lot original. Right side is a little bit. But you can imagine back in day, on both sides of this road, there were bread stalls all the way down here. Bakers and butchers at end Butchers Row. What led all the way onto Bullring and that. Place must have stunk. It must have been a very nice smell of bread walking down here. Then when you got right corner with Butchers Row, it must have stunk horrible like, especially in summer. Oops. Really, Tracy? Honestly, love? Wow, Tracy, yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I'm glad you're enjoying it, love, you know. I like to come out, now weather's getting a little bit better, because my knees are a bit dodgy, like with arthritis. But when weather gets warm, I like to come out and show folk around Wakey, especially expats. It's all Black Rock here, love. The Black Rock Hotel. There's a story about this on me on group, if you know. If you search for Black Rock Hotel, you'll find there's a story about this old place. I won't tell you. I'll let you read it. We've got close on 16,000 photographs on there now, guys. 16,000. We've got lots and lots of photographs here to look at. Okay, go down Silver Street now, shall we? It's Old Mary Gate. Now there used to stand an old medieval building with a gable end from back in 1500s. And what they did was, the shop what they built over the top of it, which lasted until 1800s, well, they just built over the top of it, and they left the original building underneath. They never knocked it down, they just built over the top, and it stood here, like, it stood right here. Black Swan, another old pub. Don't know much about it, like this side. Right, let me show you something now, let me tell you something. The Manor, one of Wakefield's first ever prisons, stood here, right here, bit crown. Right, there were a prison here called Manor. It wasn't a major prison, it was just for all drunks and vagrants around Wakefield back in the day. And if you around this, so under our feet here, where people walk past here, they don't know they're walking on a prison. They're walking on an old prison. Right below our feet. Right below our feet. There were an hotel here as well. Some of you might remember it. An hotel stood here. Don't remember the name because I'm not old enough to remember because I'm only 51, right? So I don't remember the name of it, but oh God, what are it called? I've got a famous picture on there, right? There's King Street, guys. Right, I've got a famous picture on there, on group, right? About here. I'll just let me spin the camera around and I'll show you what I mean. Just about here. And if you look on that famous picture on group, right? There's a little lad stood outside the door, like a paper lad or something, or a, I don't know, probably a runner boy, you know, for bakers. And there's a pub just here. I don't remember naming it, hotel. If anyone can leave me a comment and let me know what it was called. But that's still original, they haven't knocked that down. And in front of that, what, Church Institute. Big old church at top of Westgate, which I'll take you to in a minute. It's old Penny Bank here, look, Yorkshire Penny Bank. Some fantastic pictures of that on group, you know. Yeah, glad you're enjoying it, Tracy. I'm trying. Like I say, I like to come out and show everybody. Bastille Square. Let's have a walk down here, shall we? Hiya, Dave. So we're on old Bastille Square. Look at that. Ooh. Note's changed, guys. Look at that. Look up, look up, look up. Always look up when you come to Wakey, like, because I'm telling you now, it's not changed that much. I'm telling you now, it's hardly changed. Look at that. Look at that. Posted some picture of Bastille Square earlier. I don't know if you saw them, like, have a look for them, Bastille Square, search it. Look on our search engine, guys. That's what I recommend you all do, because it's a bit like Google now. We've got that many photos, you'll probably find what you're looking for. Bastille Square. This is all cotton, I think a cotton merchant owned this building here. Mr. Barstow, probably. I don't know. Mr. Barstow, whoever he was. He obviously an important person. He had his street named after him, like. Hi, welcome, Dave. You have to come out one day, fella. Have a walk round. There's all sorts of Wakey. Look, it's all sandstone, like. So this is one of the old yards, you know, off Silver Street. Not changed in hundreds of years. Look at that old cobble, still here. That clock up there, it's never changed time. There's a story behind that clock up there, right? There's a story behind it. Somebody on here told me about it. It's set at that time to do with workers who lived in Wakefield back in the day, and I don't know what it was. But it's set for that time for a reason. And I don't know. But here, if you look in here, guys, Sports Direct, this is where Old Corn Exchange used to be. It's not changed much at all. I remember wobbling up here after Westgate Wobble. Got to the top of Westgate and coming up here, Christ. God, look at that. Look at that. Gold doer. Don't remember seeing that when I was pissed. All sellers, like. They were probably where they took barrels down, you know. There's your windows, Dave. Bloody hell, they went high, didn't they? Christ, I want a dead. Go up ladder on there. Fucking hell, he won't got me up there. It's all Woolpack, eh? And I posted a picture this morning of an old building just stood outside of it as well. I think it's that one end here, actually. Right, Woolpack Yard. Look at the state of it though now. Someone ought to do this up again. And no doubt they will. I'm sure they will. There's too much of a famous pub to think this around a hotel. You can see why we're an hotel, can't you, with all windows. Look at the size of the place. I mean, we just know it's a pub, don't we? Look how big it was. We're all the way back there. All this is Woolpack, all of it. It's a massive, massive hotel. Stretches right back over there, like. You can imagine Grand and Gentry used to stop in here back in the day. Right, that's where that building there next to Penny Bank. That's where Church Institute used to stand. Big old church at top of Westgate. I don't know much about its history, but I posted quite a few pictures of it on group anyway. Search, have a look. Look in the search engine on group, guys. Tap in, tap away. Any way you want, you'll find it. Chances are you'll find it on our group. Like I said, 16,000 photographs we have so far, and counting. It's going up every day. I mean, I post that many in one sesh. I know it did. Oh, Dave, I remember it back in the 80s, 70s. You know, even as a kid walking up and seeing it all. Now look at that. That's an old building. Vape. It's very old. No idea what it was, but it's old. Well, it's been that old, they've had to put a new roof on it, look, a new gable end. And then this one next to her, that's like an hotel or something, doesn't it? I know there's a pub on here called White Hart, and when they knocked it down, they built Mechanics Institute to replace it. But that's old. We're a little Westgate now, guys. That's old. The hell was that? All of it. Look up, guys, look up. Don't go down there, it's depressing. Look up. It's all depressing down here. Horrible. Ugh, horrible. Get your eyes up there. All that was built in 50s. This side's a lot older. It's as though they hadn't touched the other side, just renovated it. But on this side, they've totally built everything new. All this was built in 50s, I think. Mid 50s, that sort of thing. Beautiful buildings, guys. Architecture's amazing. When you check it out, when you really look at it, when you really look at Wakefield, it's still old. Don't care what anyone says. One of the oldest pubs in Wakey, that Moody's. It's old Alfred Moody. It's really old. Used to be a pub here called Cricketers Arms. Right where British Art Foundation is, I'll show you. I'll spin the camera around in a minute, I'll show you. But Ring of Bells pub stood here where Boots is. Or thereabouts. Right, I'll just spin it around and show you where Cricketers Arms was. Now Cricketers Arms was where that building's there, you know where British Art Foundation is? Next door, that's where Cricketers Arms was. Back in the day, there's a picture of it on group. With a cricket outside, cricket bat on sign. We'll get to Northgate. That famous funeral procession what I posted last night. We're just here. Used to be a bus stop here when this were a street, before they made all this mess. I don't know why they turned it into a precinct, me. Silly idea. Silly. Let ride-ins. Which, to be honest with you, I like ride-ins, believe it or not. Something modern, what I like. Having said that, modern, it was built in 1985. So it's still old. It's 34-year-old. So it's not that young anymore. This is what I like about Wakey though, buskers. I like that. At least we've got some culture left. Not a bad singer either. I'll give him a run for his money. Alright. Very good. We'll play it up at camera then, like. Right. So right at corner of Teal Street, where we lived when I was a kid. Got up a Kirgate. Now you've got the old Boots here, right? What used to stand here was Moot Hall. Now before we had Courthouse on Wood Street, before we had any courtrooms, we had Justice in Wakefield were meted out at the Moot Hall. And the Moot Hall stood here. Right here. Right at corner of Boots. The church bells ringing of our famous old girl up there. It stands 274 feet tall, that. It was the tallest spire in England at one time. But yeah, again, Moot Hall, that's here. All these shops are all new, pretty new, you know, built in 50s. All these were built in 50s. But there's some I think there's a pub used to stand here where Yorkshire Builder Society is. What they call that pub now? I can't remember the name of that pub what stood here next to Moot Hall. Old buildings. Old. It's all still old. At the bottom of here we've got it's old Dog and Gun. I remember that. Just vaguely remember Dog and Gun meet on Kirkgate. Kirkgate at one time had more pubs than Westgate, you know. Old guys. Look up, look up, look up. I mean, look how old that is. Just old. That is very old. Try and get focus back. You know, I've never noticed that before. Never. So yeah, we'll come to end now to Dog and Gun, which stood on corner here. Betfred is now. And there used to be, I don't know if you remember that, Dave, there used to be a computer shop here called, I think it called Microbyte in the 80s. I bought all my cassettes from here, you know my games for Spectrum and that, Spectrum 16K, and then I bought an add-on, a 48K add-on for it, like. And there used to be a shop here called Microbyte. It flogged all computer games, cassettes mainly. Well, that's all it was, cassettes. It wasn't CDs or all like that. But that's just a memory of Dog and Gun here. Dog and Gun stood here like. Still got, I think, still parts of it back here, look. I believe. And then there's Vickers Croft, burial ground. The old churchyard stood right there, bottom of Springs. I'll do another live feed down there one day for you. Wakey Tavern, 1890, something that were built. All 6 chimneys. Obviously this, what you're looking at here, guys, right, this used to be, right, an old stables, horse stables, long before this were built. The new 6 chimneys, like, but as I say, if you look on group, right, you'll find there's a picture of all horses in stable and blokes outside grooming horses on Kirkgate. Brilliant, just amazing. But we'll get a shot at old cinema. Right, ABC, let's show you ABC. Close up, shall we? Hey up, Mick, look at that, mate. It's old ABC. Oh, aye. Remember days in here? I do. I think I'm for snogging here. Back in the day, I used to sneak in and all. I remember that door out corner, right, I'll show you. That door outside, I used to sneak in. We used to come out here, didn't we? We used to come out here. God, the days. God, I miss it, Dave. Mick, everyone else, I miss it. Miss it all. God. Right, let's have a look. Can't believe they're knocking this down. It just pisses me off. Pissed off so much. Yeah. Changed a lot. Show entrance to old ABC. Who'd have thought Beatles stood outside here once with Alan Shapiro? It's hard to believe, innit? That's where we used to sneak in here. And that one. Wherever you could get in, like. On a Saturday morning for cartoons. But this queue was massive. I remember being stood in queue, man, and looking over the road at Alan's chemist shop, you know, at a clock on corner. Bloody hell, that clock were there. I don't know why they had that clock there. It pissed me off. Watching, you know, Christ, I think I queued for about 8 hours to watch Grease in 1978. Never forget that. Bloody hell, you know, like the queue just went forever and ever. Right, I'll show you. It's all wakey, back in day, watching cinema. It's so sad. Let's go round back. And I queued all around here and all. The queue went right back here to the back of Wilco's. Went all the way down here. I'm sure you all remember that, watching Grease here in 1978. Told John Travolta. I've changed, man. But when they do knock it down, guys, I'll be documenting it anyway, so I'll be filming it every day. The workmen are here. I'm going to be filming it every day. And we can watch a great monument, a piece of childhood, it's being destroyed. But we'll keep it, guys. We'll have it in our hearts and minds forever. Always. Never forget. Just looking at it there from top. Grand old screen with here. All there. Oh, that's this bloke when they're knocking it down. Hiya mate, when they're knocking this down then? Any idea when they're pulling it down? No? No idea? I think it's going to be the next couple of months anyway. So that pretty much ends my tour, guys. We've had a good hour, an hour and a half or something, chatting and walking, and I'm more than likely edit this video down when I get it home and get it on my studio and mess around with it and then repost it all cleaned up and that. Just keep all the best parts. And last of all, on corner here we've got the old Harry's Fish Bar. It used to be Barclays Bank, if you can remember it as that. It's all Barclays again. Look on the group, you'll find a picture of it. It's all changed. Thank you guys for staying with me and watching, and it makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, I better jump in now, have a coffee and rest these old knees of mine because I'm dropping to bits. Right guys, ta-ra, see you later.